Welcome! Hello everybody! Hey! Everyone's starting to check in now, so welcome! Hey everyone, for those that checked in last week, obviously we're here live from Necker Island, feeling super privileged to have this wonderful position here as the yoga teacher, and it's just so grateful to be able to share this wonderful location with you all. So thank you for joining last week. Apologies for the sound, hopefully we've got it covered this week, but obviously do let us know and just kind of go with the movement. So if the noise does cut off for whatever reason, if the wind does pick up, absolutely amazing for the kite surfers out there. So just imagine that you're surfing those waves somewhere, enjoying the view, and hopefully the wind won't interrupt our class too much. Amazing, so today we're going to start actually in a child's pose. So if you want to come into a kneeling position on your mat for me, send the sit bones down towards those heels, and then just softly allow the torso to fall against the thighs. Allow the forehead to rest onto the floor, the hands to frame the feet, the palms to face up towards the sky. And we're just going to settle here for a moment. So coming into a nice comfortable position. Here in this position, know that you can come to this posture at any time throughout the practice. If anything gets too much, this is the childlike pose you can adapt. So just have that sense of drawing those shoulders away from those ears, the body melting down into the ground, rooting those sit bones into the heels, and just take a moment to arrive, bringing yourself onto the mat. Anything that became before this moment, just leave it behind. Taking a moment here to settle into this very present moment. We're going to start to take control of our breath here. So I'd like you to take a nice deep inhalation. As you inhale, feel the tummy rise against the thighs. Have the sense of drawing the breath all the way up the front of the body, right to the tips of the head. As you exhale, have that sense of drawing the shoulders away from those ears. Drawing the breath all the way down the back of the spine, and then focus on engaging the core here. So focus on drawing the tummy close towards the spine, feeling that core engagement. Take a nice deep inhalation, feel the tummy rise. Focus on drawing the breath all the way through the front of the body to the tips of the head. As you exhale, have that sense of pulling those shoulders away from those ears, drawing the breath all the way down the back of the spine, and then focus on engaging that core. So just settling into this moment, working on those long, slow, deep inhalations and lovely, slow exhalations, equalizing here through the breath, inhaling and exhaling. While you're here on the mat, just rock the forehead from side to side, giving the forehead a gentle massage here, rocking from temple to temple. Just allowing any tension through the forehead, through the eyebrows, to just dissolve into the mat, into the earth. And as you're rocking here from side to side, just really start to focus on that connection. That connection to the earth. That connection in the body. And then just start to settle here. Take a nice deep inhalation, feel the tummy rise against the thighs. As you exhale, focus on drawing the chin towards the chest, slowly rounding through that upper back, coming into a kneeling position, keeping those eyes closed for a few more moments here. Settling into that kneeling position, bringing your hands together in prayer at heart center. And with those eyes closed, take a moment to set yourself an intention. Something that sits right within you. Something that you want to manifest, something that you would love to bring to light to surface. Take a moment. Let it sink in. Take a nice deep breath in to seal in that intention. And then as you exhale, pull those shoulders away from those ears. Let go of anything that doesn't serve you, anything that doesn't serve that intention, anything that you don't need to carry forward, just let it all go. Warming those hands together, create fire and friction through those hands, feel that heat generate. Once those hands feel lovely and warm, Just place those hands over the forehead, over the eyes, and just allow that heat to melt away any tension through the forehead, any tension through those eyebrows, those soft, tired eyes. Just allow them to relax. Gently start to flicker those eyes open, allowing those fingertips to separate, drawing those hands down towards the knees. Take a nice deep inhalation here. As you exhale, pull yourself over into your all-fours position, ensuring that our wrists are in line with the shoulders, the knees are in line with the hips. As you inhale, drop the tummy, lift the chest, lift the chin, arching in that back. As you exhale, plug those hands into the air, really rounding through those shoulders. Feel that nice deep cat stretch. Inhale, drop the tummy, lift the chest, lift the chin, look forward. Exhale, plug those hands into the air, really rounding through those shoulders. Draw that tummy in nice and tight, tuck the tailbone under. Inhaling, dropping the tummy, lifting the chest, lifting the chin. Exhaling, plugging those hands into the ground, connecting those knuckles with the earth, really rounding through that upper back. And just stay here for a moment in that cat position. Plugging those hands into the earth, rounding through those shoulders, drawing that tummy in nice and tight. Just shake your head no, nod the head yes, just release any tension into the neck and shoulders. Send those sit bones back down to those heels. Walk those fingertips forward, bringing the forehead down towards the earth, and just take a moment here. Reconnect with that breath, reconnect with that intention, and reconnect with what brought you here to the mat. Know that at any time through this practice, again, if anything gets too much, just come back to this childlike position. Focusing on the breath. You know your body, you know what feels good for you, so just find your flow. Find what feels good for you. And just enjoy being present on the mat. Dropping all expectations and just allowing that flow to come within the body. Take a nice deep inhalation here. Feel the tummy rise against the thighs. As you exhale, draw that tummy in. Soft gaze forward, look forward. Walk those hands over to the right hand side, rooting down through that left sit bone. Feel that stretch all the way up the left side of the body, through the shoulder, right to the tips of those fingers. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to melt down. Inhaling, lengthening through the side of the body. Feel that nice deep stretch. And exhale, melt into it. One more breath here. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. As you exhale, walk these hands back to center. Center here with a deep inhalation. And then as you exhale, walk these hands over to the opposite side. Root that right sit bone into the ground. Feel that stretch all along the right side of the body, through the shoulders, right to the tips of those fingers. Inhale to lengthen through the side of that body, find that space. And then as you exhale, softly melting into it, maybe bring the forehead down towards the earth. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, melt down. One more breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly take it back to center. Connect those hands with the earth. Slowly pull yourself up into that all-fours position. Neutralizing through that spine. Take the cat-cow. Inhaling, dropping the tummy, lifting the chest, lifting the chin. Exhale, plug those hands into the earth, really rounding through those shoulders. Inhale, drop the tummy, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhaling, finding that cat position. Plugging those hands into the earth. And just really start to exaggerate these moves. Dropping the tummy, lifting the chest, lifting the chin. Really start to find that fluidity in the spine, coming into that cat position. Really rounding through those shoulders. Feel that nice deep stretch. One more time. Inhaling, dropping the tummy, lifting the chest, lifting the chin. Exhaling, connecting those hands with the earth. Rounding through those shoulders. Staying here for that moment. Shaking the head no, nodding the head yes. Take a nice deep inhalation here. And then as you exhale, find that flat back position. Root the left hand into the ground. Inhale, sweep the right arm up to the sky, gaze up at the thumb. As you exhale, thread it through the left hand side. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, lift it up, looking up at that thumb. Really open the heart to the right hand side. Exhale, thread it through. Drop onto the shoulder, drop onto the ear. Resting the head here on the ground. Finding your stability, finding your balance here. Inhale, take that left arm up to the sky, gazing up at the thumb here. If it feels good for you, stay here. If you want to take a bind, maybe wrap that hand all the way around the back, catching hold of the inside of that right thigh. Really focus on that opening through the chest. Really shining that heart towards the left-hand side, maybe closing those eyes here. Really start to focus on yourself. Focus on your practice. Focus on what feels good to you, for you. Take a nice deep inhalation. As you exhale, take that arm back above the head, gazing up at the thumb. Inhale for a breath. Exhale, root that hand back into the earth. Pull yourself back into that all fours position. Neutralizing here, plant the right arm into the ground. Inhale, sweep the left arm up to the sky, gazing up at the thumb. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, thread it through. One more time. Inhale, sweep that arm all the way up, gaze up at the thumb, really open the heart. Exhale, thread it through, drop onto the shoulder, drop onto the ear. Hopefully you can hear me this side, but if you can't, we've just done it. So inhale, take that arm up to the sky, gazing up at the thumb. Really open the shoulders over to the right hand side. Staying here or taking a bind, wrapping that hand around the inside of that thigh. Feeling that nice deep opening through the chest. Relaxing through the forehead, softness through the eyes. Enjoy this moment. Inhaling and exhaling. Take one more breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, take that arm back up to the sky, gaze at the sun for an inhalation. As you exhale, root that hand back into the ground. Bring yourself back into that all fours position on the mat. Take a cat-cow here. Inhale, drop the tummy, lift the chest, lift the chin, soft gaze forward. Exhaling, plugging those hands into the ground, really rounding through those shoulders. Neutralizing through the spine here. Tuck those toes under, connect the knuckles with the earth, and then just lift the kneecaps up off the ground. Drawing that tummy in nice and tight. Really start to feel that core engagement here. Inhale for a breath. As you exhale, drop the knees, relax the feet, come back into that child's pose, walk those fingertips forward. Inhale, feel the tummy rise against the thighs. As you exhale, allow the forehead to soften towards the earth, the tummy to draw away from the thighs. Inhale, feel the tummy compress against the thighs. And then as you exhale, have that sense of drawing it away. One more breath here, inhale. As you exhale, slowly pull yourself into that all fours position. Root those hands into the ground, tuck those toes under, hover the knees off the ground. Inhale for a breath. As you exhale, slowly start to send those sit bones nice and high. Coming into our first downward facing dog. So let's get comfortable in our downward facing dog. Let's find that correct form. So connect those knuckles with the earth. Focus on pulling those shoulders away from those ears, allowing the head to lay heavy. Send those sit bones nice and high. Maybe keep a nice big bend in the knees here if that's what feels good for you. Drawing that tummy in nice and tight, tucking that tailbone under. And then just start to walk the dog here. Bend the right knee, straighten the left. Bend the left knee, straighten the right. And just find that downward dog, what feels good for you. Feeling a bit of movement, maybe swaying the hips here from side to side. We're here on this amazing island, so just find that wave-like flow. Find that flow through the body, wiggling those hips. And then just start to settle into that dog. Shake your head no, nod the head yes, just release any tension from the neck and shoulders. Let's work on 3 deep clearing breaths here. So take a deep inhalation through the nose. As you exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out, let it go, let it go. One more time, deep inhalation through the nose. As you exhale completely, sigh it out, let it go, let it go, let it go. From here, keep a nice big bend in those knees, start to walk out that dog. And then just slowly bring the feet in towards the hands. Taking a full forward fold here. Allow the rib cage to connect here with the thighs. And just hang out here. Maybe sway the arms from side to side. Catching hold of those elbows. Allowing the head to feel heavy. Taking the weight into the front of the body. Just hanging out here. Again, bending those knees. Maybe bend the right knee, straighten out the left. Bend the left knee, straighten out the right. Start to feel that nice deep stretch down the legs. And then just allow those hands to fall. Take your peace fingers, so the middle finger, index finger, and find your big toe. Really keep a nice big bend in the knees here. Connect the rib cage with the thighs. As we inhale, take a soft gaze forward, look forward. And then as you exhale, hinging from those elbows, take a full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Maybe start to straighten out those legs. And then as you exhale, folding down a little deeper. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, take a full forward fold. Keeping a big bend in the knees if that's what feels good for you. Maybe straightening those legs if you want to feel it down the backs of the legs. And then just hug those arms around the back of the calves and just give yourself a great big squeeze here. As that reminder to yourself that you are enough. Give yourself this great big hug. Send yourself this great big dollop of love each and every single day. Slowly releasing those arms, rooting down through those feet, bringing yourself all the way up, lifting those kneecaps, engage those thighs, tuck that tailbone under, draw that tummy in nice and tight, lift through the chest, the chin, draw those shoulders all the way up and stack them all the way down. Find that nice alignment. So maybe take a gentle rock forwards and backwards. Really focus on finding that rooting, finding that rising. As you inhale, allow the breath to come all the way up the front of the body, right to the tips of the head. As you exhale, have that sense of pulling those shoulders away from those ears, the back of the heart to completely open, the breath to draw all the way down the spine, and then focus on engaging that core. So let's start to work those tummy muscles. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up, gaze up at those thumbs. As you exhale, soft bending those knees, take a full forward fold, allow the hands to frame the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, take a full forward fold. Inhaling, sweeping those arms out wide, coming all the way up, gazing up at those thumbs. As you exhale, draw it all the way through to prayer at heart center. Allow the thumbs to connect with the heart. Release the palms. Inhale, sweep those arms up, gaze up at the thumbs. As you exhale, soft bending those knees, take a full forward fold, those hands to frame the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, look forward. Exhale, take a full forward fold. Inhaling, sweeping those arms out wide, coming all the way up, gazing up at those thumbs. As you exhale, draw it all the way through to prayer at heart center. Connect the thumbs with the heart. One more time. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up, gazing up at those thumbs. Exhale, take a full forward fold, soft bending those knees. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, take a full forward fold. And just hang out here for a moment. Try to fold a little bit deeper than before, so take a deep breath in, find that space in the body. And then as you exhale, start to fold a little deeper. Inhale, create that space. Exhaling, folding down. Release those hands. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up, gazing up at those thumbs. And as you exhale, draw that prayer right into heart center. Connect the thumbs here with the heart. Feel that beat within. Allow this beat to be that gentle reminder that we don't need to look any further. All that we have is already within. Release those hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, full forward fold, soft bend in those knees. Allow those hands to frame the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, soft gaze forward. Connect the hands with the earth, big bend in those knees, and then take the right foot to the back of the mat. Drop down with that right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, gazing up at those thumbs. As you exhale, draw it through to prayer at heart center. This week we're going to add a gentle twist. So take that right elbow over the left knee. Connect here. Really use that as a lever. So push the knee away from the elbow. Inhale to lengthen, find space through the spine. And then as you exhale, gaze over that back shoulder. Focus on drawing the thumb to the sternum. Inhaling. Exhale, try to twist around deeper. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale. As you exhale, take it back to center. Center here for a breath. Take a nice deep breath in. Reconnect with that intention. As you exhale, plug the hands into the earth. Tuck that back toe under. Lift that back knee up. Step it back into your plank position. Holding here in plank. Dropping down with the knees. The chest melts between the hands, chin on the floor. Inhale, pull it through into that baby cobra. Pull those shoulders away from those ears. Plant the hands into the earth. Allow the elbows to really connect with the rib cage. Inhale for a breath. Exhale, tuck those toes. Push onto those knees, then send those sit bones nice and high and just walk out the dog. Swaying those hips, bending those knees. Do whatever feels good for you here. If you want to take child's pose, then absolutely do so. Come to your position of comfort. Come to what feels good for you. Inhale and exhale. From here, bring both toes together at the back of the mat. Pushing both heels deep and down. Inhale, take that right leg, all the way up to the sky, coming into your three-legged dog. Really stretch through that dog here. Bend that right knee. Stack the hips one on top of another. Feel that nice deep opening. Making some nice big circles with the hips in one direction. And then circle the knee all the way round in the other direction. Squaring those hips. Draw the knee all the way in to behind the right wrist. Coming into your pigeon position. So just checking in with that back leg. Making sure that's in line. Rooting those sit bones down. Squaring those hips to the short side of the mat. Inhale for a breath here. Staying here if this is what feels good for you. Maybe if you've got a pillow, a block, something nearby, just start to cushion any areas of discomfort. And then just start to melt the body down here. So maybe coming onto those forearms if that's what feels good for you. Maybe allowing the whole torso to melt into the earth. Just finding your place of comfort, finding your place of stretch, and just breathing into it here. Take a nice deep inhalation. As you exhale, just allow the whole torso to soften down wherever you are. Just come to your range. Come to your area of comfort. Just allow that softness through the forehead, through the eyes. Nice big smiles over those faces, unclenching the jaws. And then maybe wherever you are, you might be able to just sink down a little deeper. And just take a moment here. Let's bring yourselves to that happy place. To that time that you felt the sun beaming down on the back. Those feet touching those white sandy beaches. The ankles gracing the lovely cold waters. And just bring yourself back to that time. If you've been here before, just take yourself back to your happy place of being here on the island. If not, just transport yourself to that place, your happy place, your holiday destination, somewhere where it makes you feel good. I know back in England it's super warm at the moment, so you might be in your gardens, you might be laid there with the sun beaming down on those backs. So just take a moment and just allow that sun to reflect its healing energy over you. That vitamin D, what we've all been longing for. Take a nice deep inhalation here and just completely absorb it. Enjoy this moment. One more breath here, inhale. As you exhale, slowly peel the forehead up off the ground, walking those hands back towards the knees. Inhale, tuck that back toe under, lift that back knee up. Take it all the way back up into your three-legged dog. And then settle all the way back into your downward facing dog. And just walk the dog here, bending those knees. Settling back in your downward facing dog, pushing those heels deep and down. Inhale, sweep that right leg up, coming into your three-legged dog. Bending that right knee, draw the right knee all the way in towards the chest, the nose, and then step it all the way forward. Aid it through if you need to. Then lightly bring yourself forward, the left to meet the right. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, take a full forward fold. Inhaling, sweeping those arms all the way up, gazing up at those thumbs. As you exhale, draw it all the way through to prayer at heart center. Take a moment here. Connect the thumbs with the heart, close the eyes, and just feel that heat within. That sunlight, that energy you're creating. Hold it tight, keep close to it always. Release those hands, opposite side. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up, gazing up at those thumbs. As you exhale, soft bending those knees, take a full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, look forward. As you exhale, connect the hands with the earth, big bend in those knees, step back with the left foot. Drop the left knee down to the ground. Inhale, sweep those arms moment here, centre that breath, taking that twist over on the opposite side. Left elbow, connect it with the right knee. Use this as a lever to really hinge, elevate through the spine, and then twist and gaze over that back shoulder. Inhale to lengthen, find space. As you exhale and twisting into it, really work on detoxifying through those abdominal muscles. Finding length, creating that space. Exhale and twisting round. One more breath here, take a nice deep inhalation. As you exhale, bring it all the way back to centre. Connect the hands with the ground, tuck that back toe under, lift up off that back knee. Step it all the way back into your high plank position. Holding here in plank, dropping down with the knees. The chest melts between the gateway of the palms, chin on the floor, butt in the air. Inhale, pull it through into your baby cobra. Shoulders away from those ears. Relaxing the forehead, softening through those eyebrows, tucking those toes, pushing onto those knees. Send those sit bones back in high, coming back into that downward facing dog. And just walking that dog here. Finding that movement, reconnecting here with the breath. Bring both toes together at the back of the mat. Pushing both heels deep and down. Inhale, sweep that left leg all the way up to the sky, coming into your three-legged dog. Bending through that left knee. Stack the hips one on top of another, feel that nice deep opening. Making some nice big circles with the knees in one direction. And then circle it all the way round in the other direction. Just really feel that hip mobility. And then settle in here. Draw that knee all the way in towards the nose. And then take it all the way out towards the left palm. Settle in here in your pigeon on the opposite side. So just check in with that back leg. Make sure it's in line. Make sure our hips are square to the front, short side of the mat. Flexing through this front leg. Maybe finding a bolster, a cushion, a book, something that you can grab hold to. Finding that comfort. And then just slowly starting to melt into it. Relaxing the body, relaxing the breath, relaxing the mind. So just come to your area of comfort, whether it's connecting the hands with the earth and sitting up nice and tall, whether you want to drop onto those forearms, the elbows. You might want to start to rest the torso into the earth. So just where feels good for you, just connect to this moment. And just focus on the breath here. Feel that sunlight radiating over the body. Feel the heat melting away any tension through those sore, tight muscles. Relaxing through the body, the forehead, the eyebrows, drawing those shoulders away from those ears. Reconnect with that happy place, that place you thought of on the opposite side. Bring yourself back to that very special moment. Take a nice deep inhalation. Slowly lift the forehead up off the arm. Allow those hands to come back towards the knee. Plant those hands into the ground. Tuck that back toe under, lift that back knee up. Take it all the way back into that three-legged dog. Stretch through that three-legged dog. And then meet back into your downward facing dog. Just walking out the legs here. Bringing both toes together at the back of the mat, pushing both heels deep and down. Inhaling, taking that left leg all the way up. Bending through that left knee, step it all the way forward, really create that space in the body. Hinge it forward if you need to. And then lightly bring your right foot to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift, soft gaze forward. Exhale, take a full forward fold, big bend in the knees if that's what feels good. Inhaling, sweeping those arms wide, coming all the way up, gazing up at those thumbs. As you exhale, bring those hands through to prayer at heart center. Connect the thumbs with the heart, feel that beat within. that gentle reminder. Everything we have is already within. Release those hands. Utkatasana, chair pose. Send those sit bones deep and down. Take that arch out of the back. Send that pelvis forward. Sit down nice and deep. Just have a little check in here. Put those knees out over the toes. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, sink a little deeper. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center, so still focusing on those twists. Stay in here if this is enough for you, or if you want to take a gentle twist, draw the right elbow over the left knee. Inhale to lengthen, find space. Exhaling, gazing over that back shoulder. Inhale for a breath. Exhale, take it back to center. And then over to the other side. Left elbow, right knee, find that connection. Lengthen through the spine, gaze over that back shoulder. Inhale for a breath. Exhale, bring it back to center. Take a full forward fold. And just release those legs. Inhale. And exhale, try to fold a little deeper. Put the right hand into the ground. Bending through that left knee. Straighten up that left arm up above the sky. Inhale for a breath. As you exhale, plant that left hand into the ground. Straightening that left leg. Bending that right knee. Take the right arm up towards the sky. And just work here with lengthening and straightening through that leg. Feel that nice deep twist. One more each side. Inhaling, planting the hand into the ground. Taking the opposite one all the way up to the sky. And then settling here in your full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. As you exhale, big bend in those knees. Connect the hands with the earth. Step back with the right foot. Step back with the left foot. Hold here in your plank position. Taking those sit bones nice and high. Come all the way up into that downward facing dog. Walking out the dog here. Shaking the head no. Nodding the head yes. Just releasing that tension. Pulling the shoulders back away from those ears. Bringing both toes together at the back of the mat. Pushing both heels deep and down. Inhale, take that right leg up to the sky. Coming into your three-legged dog. Bending that right knee. Really arch through. Curl through the upper back, round through those shoulders, draw the knee towards the chest, the chin, and then the nose, and then step it all the way forward. Heel to heel alignment. Inhale, wimble the arm all the way up, come into your warrior two. Connect here for a moment. Pull those shoulders away from those ears. Focus on that breath. Inhale here. As you exhale, flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Feel that sunlight over those faces, nice big smiles. Inhale for a breath. As you exhale, extend the side angle, drop the elbow onto the knee. Draw that lovely long line. Stay in here if it feels good for you. Or if you want to take a bind here, wrap that arm all the way around the back, catching hold of the hand through the leg. Really feel that heart opening, feel that twist, like we did in those warm-ups. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath here, inhale. As you exhale, take it back into that extended side angle. Holding here for a breath. And then take it all the way back into your warrior two. Centering here, deep inhalation. Exhale, pull those shoulders away from those ears. Soft gaze forward. Inhaling. And exhale. One more breath. Inhale. As you exhale, wimble those hands all the way down to frame that front foot. Step back into your plank position. Holding here in plank, either dropping down with the knees, chest, chin, or taking the full chaturanga, whatever feels good for you. If you're coming with me, drop the chin down, chest on the floor, inhale, pull it up into that baby cobra, shoulders away from those ears, or taking it all the way into your upward dog. Whatever feels good for you, whatever's in your practice, pushing up onto those knees, sending those sit bones nice and high, all meeting back in that downward facing dog. Walking out the dog here, reconnecting with that breath. Bringing both toes together at the back of the mat, pushing both heels deep and down. Inhale, take that left leg all the way up to the sky, coming into your three-legged dog. Bending that left knee, draw the left knee all the way in towards the chest, the chin, the nose, hold here, and then step it all the way through. Heel to heel alignment. Inhale, wimble those arms all the way up. Sorry for the big gust of wind. Pull those shoulders away from those ears. Connect here in that warrior two. Align that pelvis. Make sure the hips are squared to the long side of the mat. Shoulders away from those ears. Inhale for a breath. As you exhale, flip the palm, reverse that warrior. Allow that sun to reflect its beams over you. Inhale for a breath. As you exhale, extend that side angle, drop the elbow to the knee. Draw that lovely long line from the back heel all the way to the tips of those fingers. And if it feels good for you here and you want to really open in the chest, allow that arm to come all the way around the back. Taking the other arm under the leg. And just finding the bind here. Really opening in that chest. Whatever feels good for you, so stay in that extended side angle if that's where you are. Just really focusing on that opening. Inhale for a breath. Exhale, everyone back into that extended side angle. Holding here. Inhale, take it back into your warrior two. Centering here in that warrior. Inhale for a breath. As you exhale, wimble those hands all the way down, step back into your plank position. You're all doing great. Holding here in plank, taking child's pose, downward facing dog, or moving through your flow if it feels good for you. Dropping down with the knees, chest, chin, or taking that full variation. Pulling the shoulders away from those ears. Tucking those toes, pressing onto those knees. Send those sit bones nice and high. Going into the downward dog and just settling here. Settling with the breath. Aiming to bring the heels down, maybe a nice big bend in the knees if that's what feels good for you. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise up onto those toes, big bend in those knees, soft gaze forward. Step, walk or jump through, bring yourself to standing position at the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, send those sit bones deep and down, finish that sun salutation, Utkatasana, take that chair pose. Draw that tummy in nice and tight, send that pelvis forward. Hold here for a breath, inhale. As you exhale, rise all the way up, gazing up at those suns. As you exhale, bring it all the way through to prayer at heart center. Connect the thumbs with the heart, feel that energy, that beat with it. Release those hands, inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Connect the hands with the earth, big bend in those knees. Step back with the left foot, step back with the right foot. Holding here in plank. Dropping down with the knees, releasing the feet. Sit bones come all the way down to those heels, taking that child's pose. Feel the tummy rise on the thighs as you connect. As you exhale, allow the forehead to soften towards the earth. Reconnecting with that breath. Reconnecting with that intention. And reconnecting with what brought you here to the mat. Take a nice deep breath in, feel the tummy rise against the thighs. As you exhale, just softening into it, maybe starting to sway the hips, sway the forehead. Just giving the forehead that gentle massage here. Settle in here, take a nice deep inhalation. As you exhale, drop the chin towards the chest. Slowly pull those hands towards the knees. And then send those sit bones over to the left hand side. Swinging those legs forward. Coming into the Tadasana on the mat. So just finding yourself into a nice, comfortable, seated position. Whatever feels good for you guys. Finding that root, finding that rise. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. As you exhale, start to hinge from those hips. Start to take a forward fold. Maybe bend those knees if that's what feels good for you. Catching hold of the calves, the shins, the ankles, the feet. Wherever feels comfortable, just find your range here. And it's all about creating that space. So take a nice deep inhalation, find that length. And then as you exhale, just slowly start to soften into it. Again, just imagine that sunlight shining over the back, melting you deeper and deeper down into this forward fold. So finding your area, finding your max, and then just releasing off it a little bit. Just relaxing through the forehead, softness through those eyebrows, the cheeks. Have that sense of relaxing through the shoulders and just enjoying this moment. Know that it's all about the journey. Take a nice deep breath here. And then as you exhale, slowly bringing yourself all the way up. Bring your right knee nice and close towards you. Take the right knee over the left hand side, flexing through that front leg. Hugging hold of that right knee nice and tight with that left arm. Inhale, sweep that right arm all the way up and then send it all the way over. Plant that hand into the earth. Really use this as your lever to elevate through the spine and then gaze over that back shoulder. Feel that gentle twist. Keep that flexed up. Inhale. Exhale, twist round a little deeper. Feel that detoxification. We've really worked on opening through the chest, detoxing that abdomen today. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist that a little bit deeper. One more breath here. Inhaling. And then exhaling, just taking a counter stretch round to the opposite side. Taking the sole of the right foot and just imprinting it into that left thigh. Find root and rise here. Find those sit bones. Really focus on turning the torso so the sternum's towards the centre of the knee. Inhaling, sweeping those arms up. Really stretch through those fingers. And then as you exhale, take a full forward fold. Again, finding your area, maybe bending those knees if it feels good for you. Just really focus on hinging from those elbows, hinging from those hips, soft gaze forward. And then slowly just allowing the torso to melt down towards the earth. Working with that breath. Nice deep inhalations. Lovely slow exhalations as you're melting deeper and deeper down. One more breath here. Inhale, soft gaze forward. And then exhale, just slowly releasing. Bending that knee, swapping those legs over. Hook hold of that left knee, nice and tight. Give yourself a great big squeeze. Flexing through that right foot. Bring the left foot over the right knee. Hook hold of that leg, nice and tight. Inhale, sweep that left arm all the way up, taking it all the way over. Really focus on planting it down into the ground. So that's your lever to rise up nice and high. And then gazing over that back shoulder. Softening through the shoulders. Lengthening through the neck. And feeling that nice deep twist through the tummy muscles. Just focusing on the breath. Each time just twisting round a little deeper on those exhalations. One more deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale, just slowly releasing. Taking a counter stretch round to that opposite side. And then taking the sole of the left foot, planting it into the right thigh. Find that grounding, find that sit bone again. Rooting down, rising up nice and high. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up, really reach through those fingers. Hinging from those hips, take that soft forward fold. Again, whatever feels good for you. So if you want that bend in the knees, do so. If you relax those shoulders, just really have that sense of lightness through the body. Using that breath to get you there. Nice deep breath in. And lovely slow breath out. Inhaling. And exhaling. Take a nice deep inhalation here. As you exhale, just slowly bring yourself all the way up. Bringing both soles of the feet onto the mat. Knees pointing up towards the sky. Let's work our core for a little bit before coming into that relaxation. Bringing your right leg up, bringing your left leg. Staying here if this is what feels good for you. Drawing that tummy in nice and tight, elevating up through the spine. If you want to take more of a balance here, take the left arm out, take the right arm to meet it, holding here. Staying here if this is what feels good for you. If you pass this and you just want to chill out, get yourselves into Shavasana, everything's good, everything's welcome. Do whatever feels good for you. Or we can just work that core a little bit longer. So take a nice deep inhalation here. As you exhale, lengthen those legs, coming down, hovering off the ground. Inhale for a breath. Exhale, draw that tummy in, pull yourself all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale to hover. Exhale to lift. Inhaling. Exhale to lengthen. Inhale here. Exhale to lift. One more time. Inhaling. Exhale, hover. Inhale, you're doing amazing. Exhale, lift. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly lower all the way down with control. Taking your time to get down here, bringing yourself onto the mat, hugging those knees in towards the chest, and just taking a gentle rock here from side to side, giving that spine some love. Nice gentle massage. And then making some nice big circles with the knees. Let's circle it all the way around in one direction, and then circle all the way around in the other direction. Planting those feet, soles of the feet into the ground, allowing the hands to connect with the earth. Bring those fingertips towards those heels. Plug the hands into the ground, the soles of the feet into the ground. Take a nice deep breath here. And then as you exhale, just slowly start to lift the pelvis, squeeze that butt together, come into your bridge position. Maybe rolling up onto the shoulders if that's what feels good. Interlacing those fingers and really connecting by pushing the earth away from you. Have that nice deep opening through that heart space, through the chest, pulling the chin away from the neck. Feel that lovely deep opening, squeezing that butt together. A nice stretch through those tummy muscles after all that core work. A little gentle back bend. Take one more breath here. If we're on our shoulders, just releasing off here. Just slowly allowing the spine to melt back down towards the earth. Bringing those sit bones down last. Hugging those knees in towards the chest. And just hanging out here. Gentle rock from side to side. From here, just take those feet up towards the sky, flexing through those legs, and then just allow this rush of energy, the blood supply, to flow all the way from the feet, all the way back down into the heart. You can stay here if this feels good for you. If you want to take any variation, any inversions, if that's in your practice, and you want to do so, now's your time to. Otherwise, we can lead ourselves into a gentle Shavasana. So keeping that core engaged, just slowly allowing those legs to come all the way down, feeling nice and heavy, sinking down into the earth. The right leg to lay out to the right corner of the mat, the left leg to lay out to the left corner of the mat. The whole body to just rest on the mat. So just taking your time to get here. There's no need to rush. We're going to stay here for a few moments. So I so welcome you here to just close those eyes. To enjoy these moments of rest on the mat. You absolutely deserve it. Just making sure those shoulders are drawn away from those ears. The palms are facing up to the sky. And we're just going to start to find our state of relaxation by softening through the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes, the cheeks, the lips, the mouth. Top of the lip, bottom of the lip, both lips touching. From the jaw, unclenching that jaw, releasing the tension. From the back of the neck, the throat. From the shoulders to the collarbones. The back of the heart is melting down into the earth. Tops of the arms, elbows, forearms, wrists. Top of the hand, palm of the hand. From the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. The whole hand, arm, torso is just melting down into the earth, completely relaxing. The hips, the pelvis, the glutes. From the thighs, back of the thighs, the knees, back of the knee. Your shin, calf, ankle. Top of the foot, sole of the foot. From your big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. From the tips of the toes to the top of the head. The whole body has completely disconnected. Completely relaxed. Just enjoy this moment. sensation. Just feel every sensation that comes your way. Just allow your body to dive deeper into this pure state of calm, this pure state of tranquility. You deserve this time to completely let go. While you're laid here, if you're finding it hard to relax, if your mind's becoming busy with other thoughts, let's attach ourselves to this wind element that so welcomed us today. No distractions. Allow that breeze to just flow over the body, sending a sense of calm to each and every cell. And with it, allow it to take away any fears. Anything that doesn't serve you, anything that you don't need, just allow the wind to take it away. So staying in Shavasana for as long as you need to. If you want to close the practice with me, I so well those fingers. Gently activate through the body. Yawn the body awake, give yourself a great big stretch. Stretch through those fingers, stretch through those toes. If you're staying in Shavasana, hang out there for as long as you need to. That's the beauty of being in the comfort of our own homes or wherever you are. No need to rush on to anything else. Just give yourself a great big squeeze if you're closing the practice with me. Taking a gentle rock from side to side. And then let's just rock and roll up the body. Bringing yourself back to that seated position on the mat. Keeping those eyes closed for those last few moments here. Seeing that bright white light in the distance, that anchor to that very present moment. It's the light that's within you. It's the light that radiates all other beings with your love, your compassion and your kindness. So keep hold of that little magic white spark. Keep it alive within you always. Bring the right hand together with the left in total acceptance of you. To be you, to shine bright as the sun. Namaste. Oh, I hope you all enjoyed the practice this week. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you all next week. Sending lots of love, light and warm sunshine wishes to you all. Thank you.